Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm For Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have needed is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Beta, a game developed by Trackyards, and it is using their EW engine. Well, that's actually from Infinity Ward, but all Call of Duties have been using this engine and revamping each year, alright? So I'm using the pretty much almost the absolutely minimum settings over here, so I'm using 720p with 66% of resolution scaling and all the graphical settings on minimum aside from textures. So it has everything to look ugly as hell. So looking to the minimum requirements, you can see that these guys ask for a GTX 1650 or an AMD Radeon HD 7950 as minimum, also 8 gigs of RAM, and well, a Core i7 260K. So yeah, these requirements are clearly above the MX130, alright? And so with the settings that I did show to you, the 66% of resolution scaling and low settings, I was able to get an average of 47 frames per second with a 1% low of 29 on the Fire Team or Firebase mode, which is where you get more players on screen and maps are bigger. And if you decide to use instead the native resolution, I mean 720p with low settings, with 100% of render scale, you can expect this game to drop under 30 frames per second. So, should you buy this game for multiplayer? My answer, very quickly, it is no, because you should actually get above 60 frames per second to have an enjoyable experience, and that's something that actually you don't get in here. And this 66% of resolution scaling, despite it provides a good, a good balance between 30 to 60 frames per second, and despite it is not perfect and far from it, it is playable. The thing is, with 66% of resolution scaling and in maps like this one, it is very complicated to kill the enemy because there is a lot of details on screen and the resolution it is very low and it is hard to spot enemies at a distance. So that's quite unfortunate, and that's why I don't really recommend you to get this game if you are going to play multiplayer with an MX130, because as you can see, despite the frame rate it is okay, the resolution it is not. And that's why I can't really recommend you to do it. But of course, this is my own recommendation over here. You do what you want with the money. If you feel that you are okay with it and you played other Call of Duties like Warzone with this type of resolution and this type of frame rates, well then go ahead and buy the game. If you feel that you can be good, well, I'm not going to be against you. I had friends in the past which played CS 1.6 at 20 frames per second, which is impossible, and the guy was damn good doing it, and it wasn't using cheats anyway. So yeah, it's up to you. You know now how it performs, and that's the reason why I decided to create this video. But I mean, what about the game? What this game have to offer? So first of all, you have a zombies mode, which is not available during this beta. Of course, the campaign, it is also not available, and I'm very curious to see about the campaign, because I kind of always enjoyed the campaigns of the Black Ops. It seems that they have a more serious tone. And yeah, I do enjoy them, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to benchmark it in the future, since I'm not going to buy this game. I'm prioritizing my money to Watch Dogs Legion and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But as you know, if the developer provides me a key or if a friend buys the game, there is a high chance that I will try the campaign, you know, a little bit more further when this game gets released. But we will see about that. But as multiplayer, this is the actual state of the beta. I'm not expecting this to change in the final version. The performance should be pretty much the same. And well, that's it. But again, about the game. This new multiplayer contains this new mode, which resembles a little bit of Warzone, but in a small format. The objectives are different though, but the way that you are deployed into the map reminds me a lot of Warzone, because you are falling from an helicopter. The difference is this is not Battle Royale, which means that if you die, you respawn immediately, which is fine, and it is actually good. Another thing that resembles me Warzone, it's the armor packs or the armors. So you need to use armors and you apply the armors the same way as Warzone. The way that you fall into the ground, it is equal to Warzone. The way that your friends or your teammates rescue or you rescue them are exactly equal to Warzone. And yes, despite the developer team it is different, it is quite noticeable that they are kind of trying to use the same things over and over. There are also other game modes, the typical game modes from before, like Domination and the regular team deathmatch. But I think the big news about this Cold War, it is really this new game mode, this Fire Team or Firebase. I think it's Fire Team, what it is called, which you get these kind of hybrid Warzone maps, which are actually smaller. And yeah, I didn't told you about the objective, but the objective it is for you to collect uranium. You can find that on cases on the floor, or just by killing enemies. That is uranium, those cubes, and you need to drop those cubes at the bomb sites. Every time you drop, you know, uranium on those bomb sites, you get points for the objective, and of course the objective it is to make those bombs explode, and when they explode they spread radiation, and you can stay within the radiation for some time. So yeah, there are some interesting concepts in there, and I think it is pretty fun anyway. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it I can talk about. I'm no reviewer, keep that in mind. I'm just bringing you the news about what I felt it was new about this Call of Duty, that it is not repetitive. The graphics are very good, despite, yes, the resolution that we are using, it is very, very low and breaks entirely what it was supposed to be, a playable game, spot enemies at the distance and stuff like that. But even for the low settings, you get tons of stuff. I mean, the shadows, the snow, desolated snow everywhere. So I think it is actually pretty good in my opinion. It's just that, well, as you know, with this resolution, well, it is too low, and it might not be the cup of tea for most of the people anyway. So guys, again, that's all. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Overhead. Multiple enemy spy plane contacts. Losing C. Multiple enemy spy plane contacts. Enemy has C. Losing Delta. Taking A. Prevent hostile forces from taking our zones. Hostile forces are capturing B. They've taken B. One zone remains. Keep hold of it. They're taking A.
Sending frag grenade.
We're defending A. They're taking A. The enemy team has no life. Lone Wolf, fight for victory. Remember this. Let it inspire.
That's a kill.
Switching rally points. Capture all zones.
Stun grenade out.
Taking Bravo. Hostiles contesting Bravo. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Capturing multiple zones. Ну давайте же, we're almost out of time. Capturing B. Hostile spy plane established overhead. We're running low on lives. Taking Bravo.